see you out in the street during the day, mainly at night. Where do you sleep? What time do you sleep? And where do you get your food, mainly?
Well, mainly I get my food from most of the people on this block right here. They be coming by sometimes. They don't eat all the food that they're having dinner. They have dinner at these restaurants. They don't eat all their food, or they come by and they bring me some food. So in the daytime, if I'm not on this block here in the daytime, I'm on the next area where I get my cans from. If I don't get my room, I end up sleeping in Central Park. If I sleep in Central Park, I get all my cans from over in that area. But on a day-to-day basis, I make myself a habit of doing the same thing if it's good for me. If it's not good for me, then I don't do it. I like to eat grits and eggs. I like to eat that, but I don't have it every day. My diet every day contains vegetables, a lot of fruit, and a lot of, I drink a lot of juices, you know. I put a lot of juices because I used to be a runner. I used to be an excellent jogger. I was married 13 years, 6 kids, and have epilepsy, have seizures ever since I was 2 years old. Hard to find a job and meet nice friends, so I do shoe shining. Never been in jail, and everything is going quite, I wouldn't say very good, but I'm staying out of trouble, and I believe in Christ, so Christ is looking out for me. Shelters, I got stabbed while I was living in a shelter, so I don't attend no shelters no more because the shelters are bad, because they got a lot of criminals and druggies in the shelters also, so I plan on just staying out in the street anymore. So in Central Park, I got an area that I sleep in sometimes. Me and a guy that's a German, only 2 people, me and him. He plays the harmonica, he sings and dances. He's a very nice guy. He's a German, but he can't speak too much English. In these streets a lot of times and do get your feelings hurt or your body hurt. I'll get your life taken away because you can't trust nobody, especially those that's on drugs, bad drugs that they're using contains a lot of bad chemicals. Forward in jail. See, I've never been in jail in my life. So it would be a bad experience for me to get in situations where I have to end up going to jail because I can also get hurt in that too, because the first comers in jail always get hurt.
What about when you first came to New York?
When I first came to New York,
how did you end up?
When I first came to New York, I came from a pretty family that got their own homes and got land. They got land, they got real estate, and I just got stranded away from the family. You know, I got stranded away by a girl. A girl, she came up here to visit her family, so I came with her. So I ended up staying up here. And I was intending to marry this girl, but I didn't marry that girl because that same girl got up here and got heavily, deeply involved and pouring on the street, plus being in drugs, and she died about 2 years after I got up here.
What did she die of?
She died of OD. My advice that I would give people that's out here in the street that's not homeless towards the homeless people would be, don't look at every person in the street, every person that's homeless, being bad, being on drugs. But you got people that's out here in the street that's homeless also, help fight for this country. You got military out here, you got doctors out here, you got lawyers, you got airplane flyers, you got everybody out here in the street that's homeless. So you can't really say everybody out here is doing drugs, because I done met doctors, I done met lawyers with nervous breakdowns, and psychiatrists they go to, but there's no problem. I done met a guy that was a fantastic piano player, fantastic music writer, a fantastic this and a fantastic that, but he had some hard times in his life, and it led him into the street.
Hi, Billy. How are you?
Okay. Can you tell me your name first, and tell me how old you are, where you come from?
My name is Carol.
You don't have to tell me your age if you don't want to.
I'm 37 years old.
Thank you.
I hail from Tennessee, Alabama. I have been in New York, maybe 6 years. When I came to New York, I called myself changing my lifestyle. And I needed a change of pace. And I had met this man, and the man said he had a job and a place to live and so forth. When I came to New York, the job he had paid $135 a week, and it was living with his sister, and his sister didn't appreciate that because of the fact that he was black and I was white. So the second day after I came to New York, I became a victim of the shelter system. I went on the street. I had a son, and I lost my son. He passed away. And I won't go into details and all that, but when he passed away, I just kind of went berserk. And I ended up on the street, and I tried to get back into the shelter system, but it was tough because they tried to take advantage of me. The people the people that are part of the shelter system, they tried to take advantage of me, and I figured I was better on my own.
You know, if things pan out on a good day, what would your main diet be?
A good sandwich, a couple of butter rolls, coffee, soda.
Where do you usually sleep?
Well, I try to get enough money every day to get a room. The room costs $25 a day. If I don't get that, it's not so bad in the summertime. If I don't get that, then I sleep in Central Park. The reason that most homeless people sleep during the day is because they feel that it's safer. At nighttime, the people that are out calling themselves having fun tend to pick on the homeless that are sleeping. One incident is I saw a guy walk up to a guy that was sleeping and piss on him, just for the hell of it, just because he is homeless. This lack of nothing better to do. And JJ, he was sleeping in a box, and somebody threw firecracker or something in the box and caught the box on fire. There's a lot of episodes that you don't hear about in the news, as far as homeless people getting set on fire if they're in a box, or something strange happening to them, something bad happening to them. You don't hear about it because they figure, who wants to hear about the homeless?
What kind of advice would you say to the people?
My advice would be, treat them like they're people too. In other words, if a homeless person speaks to you, even if they're begging you and they say, can you help me out and give me some money or some food or anything, at least give them common decency to give them an answer and say no, rather than just ignore them, because they are there, they do exist.
But for the last 8 years, I lived out here on the streets, and the neighborhoods took care of me. But the reason why I survived out here was because there was people that cared, that gave a damn. Sometimes if I would have ate all it, I'm sorry, all the stuff they gave me, the whale couldn't have swallowed me like it did Jonah. But the thing about this neighborhood and the people is, when I come up here, I was angry, frustrated, and an alcoholic. But at least now, I don't look all that good. But I learned how to laugh, I learned how to joke. And there's two things that I got going for me here in this area: the kids, the women, and their husbands will back me up anytime. People come by here, they say, Larry, you hungry? I say, yeah. They say, well, what do you want to eat? I say, anything. They go into Madison, they buy me a shrimp salad. They go in here to the deli, buy me roast beef sandwiches. But there's one thing that I want you to understand. I don't go to a food line. I'm not on welfare. I don't go to shelters. I depend on my ability to work. When somebody needs me to do something, or say here and put quarters in the parking meters, I take care of it.
How long have you been on the street?
8 years. 8 years.
Where were you before that?
Virginia. Hi. I'm becoming famous.
What's it like in the winter?
Oh, fucked up. Listen, let me tell you something. This past winter wasn't bad, but a lot of folks wouldn't realize that the winter before was kind of tough. But how the hell do you tell somebody that the only way when somebody rips off your blankets and the stuff that you got, that the only way to keep yourself warm is to jerk off? You think they would understand that? They wouldn't fucking believe it. Because you never had to do it. You know, and I know a lot of people care about me, and they say, Larry, stay warm. I went down here one night by the river. I went in here in D'Agostino, and I bought them logs, and went down there, and I said, well, shit, all I got to do is 4 more hours, and there'll be daylight. You know, when somebody come along and give me a sweater or something. But I went down there and set fire to the logs. Police come down there, and the dude from the building, the super, come down there and sprayed that shit, you know, from the extinguisher out the goddamn logs. I said, well, fuck it, you know, I'll go somewhere else. You know, so I went down by the river, and I'm still carrying these goddamn logs. But by the time I got down there, that shit that they sprayed on them, shit, the devil couldn't have set that motherfucker on fire. There's a difference between being homeless and hopeless. You know, people that don't rip off their mama, they rip off their wives, they, you know. And I don't care what they say. I'm drunk now. You know? I'm gonna get drunker. But I don't got to steal. I don't got to hurt nobody. I defend myself. But again, like I said, there's a difference between the homeless and the hopeless.